Hey guys, what's going on? Coming to you today with Star Wars Imperial Assault's Return to Hoth expansion. We also have the Echo Base Trooper, General Soren, Dengar, and Leia Organa expansions over there, but I'm going to do those another time. The whole wave came out today, so we're going to take a look at the Return to Hoth expansion and see what we have. First off, we have a pretty thick rule book. If you want to play the Hoth campaign, and it looks like it's a full-blown campaign. Well, spoiler. We don't want to read all of those, but there is some new rules in here. There's a new thing called neutral deployment cards, so they can go on anything. One of the big changes is there is a you've got a skirmish map sheet here that comes with it. But the thing I'm personally most excited about is this new 4-player skirmish map. It's called the Hoth Battlefield. You've got 4 different deployment zones, and it's for 4 players. Now you can do 2 probably. However, it would seem like this guy's at a disadvantage because he's got somebody there and somebody here. I don't know, but I like having the option to go from 2 to 4 in a skirmish, and it's got its own set of mission cards that go along with that. So that's going to be cool. I don't have to look more into it, but it looks very promising, and I can't wait to play some 4-player skirmishes. We've got all of our cardboard here, and this is going to be all of our map tiles, and then here we've got all of our upgrade cards. We've got all of our miniatures. Got a tank in there. Look at that. Some wampas, all kinds of cool looking stuff in there. We've got some new cards for basically for the campaign. We've got our new hero cards, MHD 19. Very similar to 2-1B, right? From the Empire Strikes Back. And let's see who else we've got. We've got 3 new heroes. We've got Verina Talos. And then we've got Loku Kanaloa. He must be Hawaiian. Alright. So, we've got 3 new heroes to add to our roster of available heroes. Let's look at it in a little more detail. Alright, so we've got all the minis out now, and you can see our wampas over here. They're pretty fearsome. They're pretty large. It's nice to see some large creatures. We come with 6 snow troopers, and they're just as detailed as you'd expect. They look fantastic, as a matter of fact. I like the flowing cloaks on them. It's a shame they're mostly all white, but I mean we can add a little bit of dirt and stuff to it to kind of make the details show up. We've got this tank. Now, I have a feeling they're going to do something with this tank. Like, we're going to see another tank, because I'll show you why in a minute. It was kind of in pieces. Got our little HK assassin droid, right? Just like from Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, right? Meat bags. And then we've got our hero miniatures here. They're pretty good looking. Now let me show you this tank. This tank was not like this. It was actually the driver. The driver comes out. He was out. Both of these side guns were also not equipped. And it comes off the base. And I'm like, why does it need to come off the base? I don't know. Maybe there's just an alternate configuration for it. I don't know. It surprises me a little bit. And it also feels, I don't know, it feels real thick and rubbery too, like it's going to be sticky once you paint it. I don't know. Some miniatures will do that. But, yeah, so let me put it all back together. So that's all our minis. I do expect them to have some kind of supreme alternate mini version of this with like a different driver or different guns. Alright, so what else do we get in here? Let's take a closer look at our cards here. Here's our MHD 19. If you want to read over his card, I'll pause it so you can see what he's got there. Or, I mean, now would be a good time to pause it. Okay. Now we've got Loku. We'll look a little closer at his card. And then Verina Talos. So that's a little closer look at her card. Alright. Now, we have a couple of other things I want to go through as we'll look at some of the stats on some of the Imperial stuff that comes in here. And there should be cards for the expansion stuff too, because it comes with cardboard for those, but we'll look at them later. Alright, so we've got the Snow Trooper. We've got, it's 3 to a group, just like your Stormtroopers, and you've got the gray and red. They have 4 health and 6 health, respectively, so a little tougher than the regular Stormtroopers, but they cost a little bit more as well. The interesting thing about these is they cost 7, and it's only 2 to reinforce. So it's actually cheaper to reinforce these guys than to buy a whole new squad. And then they have environmental recovery gear. You and each adjacent friendly trooper may either recover health or discard a harmful condition. So that's good. So they're definitely a little tankier than the regular Stormtroopers. And then this one has efficient travel. You ignore additional movement point costs for difficult terrain and hostile figures. That'll be really good in skirmish, I think. Probably good in the campaign, too. You have a lot more difficult terrain. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the mission. But let's look at our tank. Now, it's massive. 10 health. Speed 4. Has 3, a blue, a red, and a yellow for attack. Has a double action of focus fire. Perform 2 attacks targeting the same figure. So he's definitely good to try and focus down something. Defensible. When defending, you may apply either anti-surge or an extra defense to your defense results. An extra armor, rather. He's got surge for +2 damage, blast 1, and 2 accuracy. So it's pretty nice. Alright, General Soren, we're going to see him in the expansion, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. HK Assassin Droid, there's our gray version. He's got 2 blue and a yellow for attack, so that's pretty nice. Costs 8, but you get 2 of them in a group, which is good because they come with 4. Versatile weaponry. While attacking, you may force the defender to reroll a defense die. I like that. While attacking, you may reroll 1 attack die. So, very cool. And then let's look at our elite version. Okay. Versatile. Now, he's more expensive to reinforce. 6. You'd almost be better just buying a whole new one. Look at that. 6 health, and he's also got the same 2, but he also has figures do not block line of sight for your attacks, which is always nice. He also gets the addition of an additional surge for +1 damage. And with that many dice, he should be able to get surge, no problem. Let's look at the Wampas. So they are brawlers. They have efficient travel, so we've already seen that. Now they get 2 red, which is great for melee attacks. They'll be doing tons of damage. But it only has speed 3, so they're going to have a hard time getting to you. You ignore additional movement costs. Well, of course, they're going to need that. At the start of your activation, if there are no hostile figures within 3 spaces, gain 2 movement points. So, if you wouldn't be able to get to somebody, then your speed will go up to 5. But, so I guess it looks like the idea here is these guys don't get that 5 movement speed so they can go get objectives. They get that 5 movement speed so they can go hunt. And if there's people close to them, then they don't get the 5 movement speed. So they're there to fight, not to go get objectives. Makes sense. I like that. I like the way it's worked in. It's thematic. Alright, so the elite one, he gets some extra stuff. He gets cleave 3 instead of cleave 2. He gets +2 damage for surge. He can also surge to stun as well as bleed, where the other one just had stun. So a lot more stuff. He only costs 3 more points. He has 3 more health. He's still got the same same abilities though. Really all he gets is more health and a ton more surge abilities. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest to surge with red. But if you have something that can focus somebody, this guy is a great character to focus. Dengar, we have an expansion for him, so I'm not going to talk about him too much, but here he is if you want to take a look. Alright, and then Leia, we have 2 versions. We have Campaign and then Skirmish Leia. So I'll let you look at both of them side by side. But we're going to talk about her more in the Leia expansion. Okay. Now we've got our Echo Base Trooper. And they are also in the expansion. So we're not going to... Or they have an ally pack. Now this doesn't come with an elite version of an Echo Base Trooper. So I'm sure the expansion will, because that's how they did it with the Rebel Troopers. All right. Now we have our hero cards, as they would be used for skirmish. So MHD-19 in skirmish mode, he costs 5. He's got 7 health, so that's a lot of health for a fairly cheaper guy. Medical loadout. You can, as an action, you can have him or an adjacent figure recover 3 health. That's pretty nice. An improper procedure. Choose an adjacent hostile figure. They suffer 1 and become weakened. So you can almost get 2 attacks in that way. Because the improper procedure is not a full-blown attack, but if you're next to somebody, you can like poke them. So that's not bad. He's useful, and he's kind of support, and he's a little tanky. So, and it's cheap. That's good. Verena Talos here. She automatically, oh, that's good. So she automatically adds a surge, or I'm sorry, a cancel surge, an anti-surge. So she's harder to get special effects on her. She's got 11 health, so she's pretty tough, and she can surge for 2 damage. So close quarters, perform an attack targeting an adjacent hostile figure using the figure's attack type and attack pool. So basically, use somebody else's weapon against them. Nice. And then she can surge for fighting knife. After this attack resolves, perform an additional melee attack using her 1 red die and add 1 more damage. So possibly up to 4 damage. Wow. That's pretty cool. I like her. I want to use her. She looks fun. She's got a lot of options. And then last we've got Loku Kanaloa. And he's the cheapest of the bunch. He's a spy. A spy is good. There's a lot of spy keywords. We've got 2 double action for set your sights. Perform an attack. Figures do not block line of sight for this attack. Apply +2 accuracy to the attack results. Okay, so he already has +2 accuracy. So if he does that, he'll have +4 accuracy. He's only got 4 health, so you're going to want to keep him in the back. So he stays behind, shoots from safety. That works. And he's also got Mon Cala Special Forces. When you defeat a figure while using Set Your Sights, you become focused. So if he gets a headshot, then he's even more primed. With a blue and a red die, he should do all right. So, add 4 accuracy. You can shoot from pretty far away, and maybe he can stay safe enough to survive for a little while. All right. Now, here is, we have these neutral skirmish upgrades. They're called Targeting Computer. We get 2 of them. And I want to show you the back, because just like how the Rebel cards have that on the back, and the Imperial stuff has that on the back, these have this back. Now this can be used, according to the rulebook, these can be used with any build. They do not require anything special, but you can't use them in the campaign. They're only for skirmish, and of course it says skirmish upgrade. Basically, Targeting Computer is an attachment. It can go on a vehicle, droid, or heavy weapon. While attacking, figures in this group may re-roll 1 attack die. So that's great, and it's 1 point. That's great for your spies, or the Rebel Saboteurs, for example, because they have heavy weapon, right? And this will affect both of them, or just anything with multiple people that happens to have vehicle, droid, or heavy weapon. Very cool. Free re-roll every time you attack. So, and it comes with 2 of them. So that's a real nice thing. I would have expected an expansion box to have only 1. So that's all of our deployment cards. We have some new skirmish command cards here. I'm not going to show you all of them. We'll look at a couple here. Size advantage for a large figure. Perform an attack targeting a small figure. Get +2 to the attack results, and then they gain weaken. We'll go for a creature, survival instincts. We can eat our little tauntaun there. Use it at the start of your activation until the end of the round. Apply an armor and a anti-surge to your defense results. Okay, and then we've got we have some for our hero characters too. So but I'll let you discover some of those on your own. There's a lot of them, so that's nice. Always more options. For campaign, there's some new items. Like this Dock Defender. It's a nice little blaster pistol. It costs 550 credits, and it's a tier 1, so it's available right away. But you can double action with it and perform 3 attacks with this weapon. course, it's only, yellow and green, but that's pretty cool. 3 attacks from a tier 1 pistol. Right, you got a vibro knife. That's cheap. Got some options with it. Underbarrel HH4 modification, so your little grenade launcher, right? Because you +1 accuracy. And so that's some of the stuff we get. We also get there's a new thing in here called Boon and Banes. So there's some reward cards, right? Now this one says Reward Bane. This one says Reward Boon. So Bane are bad things, and I don't know how long they stay in the game. It looks like they stay, like if you really fail something as the Rebels and you get a Bane, it looks like it's going to hurt you for the rest of the campaign. After setup of each mission, so obviously more than one mission, remove 1 crate from the map. So that's, less options from the for the Rebels. But boons are all like good things. Return this card to the game box during a Rebel upgrade stage to search one item deck listed in the campaign log for the stage for 1 card of your choice and add it to the available items. The first item you buy during the stage costs 100 fewer credits per hero. Huh, interesting. So, you can get that item you absolutely need. Some are probably better than others, and I don't know if they're tailored specifically to the missions, like if you fail you get this exact one. But some of them are definitely better than others. We also get some new Imperial decks. Let's see, we have the Snow Troopers and then the ATSTs. And the ATSTs are Precision Training, and the other one are Armored Onslaught. Wait, yeah, Precision Training is the Snow Troopers. I got them. Somehow I got them mixed up. Let's see, what else do we have here. We have some new agenda decks and our mission cards, but those don't really tell you a whole lot without going into the book. And then we've got our, obviously you're going to have the cards that go with your particular heroes, and then some weakened reference cards. But that is basically everything that's in the box. I didn't show you everything. There's a few surprises in there left for you to read through when you get your own, but I do think we're going to see another one of these guys with some bigger guns, or maybe like a dish on the side, or maybe something different. I don't know what. I mean, they obviously made it like this for a reason. At least a different driver. This guy looks too relaxed. He's just like, I'm just driving. All right, well, that is Return to Hoth expansion. If I were to make a prediction, I'd say we're about one more. We need one Return of the Jedi based expansion, and then we'll be due for a Force Awakens wave. What do you think? Have you seen Force Awakens yet? Is it awesome? All right. I thought it was awesome. I saw it twice so far. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Have a great day.